Stewart, let's be real. We didn't even want you on the team. Hold on. Let's stop playing games, man. KTV, it's top of the morning. Brianna Turner. Brianna Turner. We didn't even want you on the team. We didn't want nobody from the Connecticut Sun, okay? You came through, you did a solid job off the bench, yada, yada, yada.
Wait, did he seriously just say they didn't even want Brianna Turner on the team? This isn't analysis anymore. This is personal. And the craziest part? He's speaking like he represents the entire fan base while calling out a player who literally carried them through the playoffs. But here's the truth. This isn't really about Brianna Turner. It's about something much bigger, a deeper issue that's tearing apart the WNBA's most passionate and explosive fan base right now.
Fever star makes her unrivaled stance known despite concerning trend. First of all, she's not a Fever star. Stop it. She was getting DNP. She wasn't even playing. Like, stop playing games. Now, when people got hurt, she stepped in and she played hard. I respect that, but don't. She's not a star. Y'all can relax.
There it is, the real problem. Unrivaled just released their latest viewership numbers, and honestly, they should have everyone in the league sweating. We're talking about a league that started with 300,000 viewers in its first year, only to see that number crash to 75,000 for the Season 2 opener. By January 9th, the drop continued, and when True TV ran exclusive games, just 32,000 viewers tuned in. This isn't a small dip. This is a full-on collapse. And now, the players are scrambling, getting defensive, and the tension is only getting worse.
Seeing inaugural season built on a stronger player-first mindset and a quick pace 3v3 format. The tournament is facing empty seats after increasing its arena capacity to 1,000. Amid all the questions about whether the offseason league is sustainable, Indiana Fever star, she's not an Indiana Fever star, man, stop it, Brianna Turner has shared her 2 cents, keeping it simple. I truly enjoy watching women's basketball. I don't care if it's college.
Here's why this is so alarming. The WNBA regular season was pulling in nearly 1 million viewers across all networks. Unrivaled's weekend games? Just 71,000 tuned in. That's a 93% drop in audience interest. And Brianna Stewart, the co-founder, is pointing fingers at broadcast slots and scheduling, but the numbers tell a different story. TNT gave them primetime coverage. Arena capacity was boosted to 1,000 seats. Opening weekend in Philadelphia sold out. The setup was perfect. The problem isn't the infrastructure. It's that the audience simply isn't showing up.
Numbers averaging 32,000 viewers. That is awful. That's awful. 71,000 across the weekend is far less than the 2025 WNBA regular season playoff average of nearly 1 million across all networks. Man, the WNBA owners know they got so much leverage over y'all. They ain't even stunting y'all right now. The development of other leagues such as Project B is also a threat to Unrivaled in the coming years. Names like Kelsey Mitchell and Alyssa Thomas, players integral to the 3v3.
And here's where it gets uncomfortable for the league, because the numbers are brutally clear, even if no one wants to say it out loud. Whenever Caitlin Clark is on the court, women's basketball hits record numbers. Without her, you see the true baseline. Iowa games with Clark averaged 1.9 million viewers. The WNBA Finals without her peaked at 1.4 million for Game 5. Meanwhile, Unrivaled games without her are pulling just 32,000 viewers on some broadcasts. That's not growth. It's one player single-handedly inflating everyone else's stats.
Wholly dependent on viewership ratings. It also relies on merchandise sales. Every opening weekend game was sold out, and the Philadelphia tour stopped Xfinity Mobile Arena this month, both of which are quite profitable. Per the league spokesperson, reports suggest that merchandise sales have increased by 50%, and resale tickets for the Philadelphia stop have increased to $123. Therefore, Unrivaled CEO Alex Bizzell and co don't seem overly concerned about the league's sustainability, but frequent player.
Now, here's what's really happening behind the scenes. Kelsey Mitchell and Alyssa Thomas, 2 key figures from Unrivaled's debut season, have already jumped ship to Project B. The schedules overlap, forcing players to pick sides, and right now, Unrivaled isn't the choice. On top of that, Athletes Unlimited kicks off on February 4th with stars like Ariel Atkins, creating 3 competing off-season leagues that are splitting an already limited audience. Meanwhile, WNBA owners are sitting back, watching it all unfold, and the leverage is firmly in their hands.
People are not interested in watching this 3-on-3 thing. You know what I mean? It says, however, Bazell is positive despite the decline in viewership. He is willing to bet on the growth in women's basketball, expressing his confidence in the idea. And while it's true that Unrivaled has shaken up women's landscape, to keep it sustainable, they will have to tackle more than just ratings. Everybody's talking about the growth of women's basketball, but women's basketball is not shown to do the numbers that don't involve Caitlin Clark. Do I think the game has grown for women? Absolutely.
Unrivaled CEO Alex Bazell keeps claiming he's betting on the growth of women's basketball. But let's be real. What growth? Sure, merchandise sales are up 50%, and resale tickets in Philadelphia hit $1.3 thousand. But that's not enough to sustain a league. You can't run a business on t-shirts alone when your broadcast numbers are in freefall. TNT didn't pay for the rights to sell jerseys, they paid for viewers. And the viewers simply aren't showing up. The 3-on-3 format isn't landing. No amount of marketing or prime broadcast slots can change that. Fans who tune in for traditional 5-on-5 WNBA basketball aren't automatically going to embrace a completely different game just because it has the same players. It's a different product, and right now, the market is clearly rejecting it.
Like, everybody's saying, oh, it's grown, it's grown, it's grown. Yeah, it looked like it's grown when Caitlin Clark's around. Everything looked bigger when CC involved. So at the end of the day, these are y'all real numbers. When y'all getting 31,000, these are y'all real numbers. The Caitlin Clark inflation is not there for y'all right now. It's not there for y'all right now. She's not a part of it to make the numbers for everybody else look crazier than what they really are. Now you seeing the real y'all. So get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision.
Here's the reality check for what's happening in women's basketball right now. The CBA negotiations are looming, and the WNBA players thought they had leverage. They claimed they could jump overseas or join alternative leagues if the league didn't meet their demands. But here's the problem. Unrivaled is showing only 32,000 viewers on some broadcasts. Project B is untested, and Athletes Unlimited has never posed a real threat to the WNBA. That changes everything. Leverage comes from having real options, and right now, these alternatives aren't proving themselves sustainable. Unrivaled is bleeding viewers in its second year. Players are already leaving for other leagues. The fragmentation is weakening everyone, not strengthening them. Ad creators calling out players for pushing agendas instead of focusing on basketball, and you start to see a real tension with fan bases, especially Caitlin Clark's.